Hello everyone, Dr. Stock, and I'd like to apologize ahead of time. This video is going to be a quick one because I find myself unexpectedly short on time. So there's not going to be a whole lot of edits, and I will try to keep the ums and uhs at bay, and hopefully I don't talk myself into a corner as I have a habit of doing. That said, I do want to move into the content. So this is about Nvidia earnings that come up in the after hours today following market close. And I want to take a look at where they've come from with their revenue and talk about where I think that they're going to go with their earnings report today. And then how does that translate into their stock price? What can we expect there? So do me a favor, down in the description, you'll find links to my Patreon and a few other links that are down there as well. You can listen to more of my commentary by joining that Patreon. We'd love to have you as part of the community. Also down there, you'll find some links where you can sign up, deposit some cash, get some free stocks. And by choosing those links, you pay yourself, and it also helps out my channel as well. So with that said, I do want to get right into it. I'm Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Let's go. All right, so I built out this spreadsheet, and this is not my data. This is data taken directly from the investor relations page from Nvidia. And what this is a revenue history that we have from the different areas that they get their money from, their different revenue streams. So data center, gaming, professional visualization, auto, OEM, and other in total. So data center, if you look at that, and I have the percentages. Now these I did put together, but it's built from the original data from Nvidia. So you can see they had a 7.6% gain from quarter over quarter, and then up to 15, up to 24. And then, by the way, these fiscal years are all pretty much 1 year ahead. You could think about it from where we're at right now. So when you see quarter four of fiscal year 2022, that's actually Q4 of 2021. So this is Q1 of 2022. So this is now we're into last year. And data center was actually doing really, really well up until quarter two and quarter three. And well, we had semiconductor shortage that was really dragging on the industry. So that was one headwind that we had for Nvidia. Also, there are AI issues that we have for data center hardware for what can and cannot be sent to China. And the H100 chips, of which we're likely going to head that way at some point in time, probably can't go there now. As a matter of fact, I don't believe at all that they can go there. And so neither Nvidia nor China gets to benefit from the H100s. And that's actually something I referred to up here for quarter four catalysts. The H100s started shipping, I think it was at the end of Q3. If not, it was in the beginning of Q4. And the H100s, these got mentioned in Elon Musk's last earning call with Tesla as a comparison for the power that they'll see coming from Dojo. And I think that's really important because this is industry-leading hardware that we have. For their H100, we don't have to get into the details of it. That's outside the scope of this video. But industry-leading is the phrase that I want you to hang on to there. And the silicone does get manufactured from Taiwan Semiconductor. So, and it's on their 4nm technology, by the way. But I do want to stick with the earnings that we have right here. I think if we have any really bright silver linings to this earnings forecast, it's going to be with data center. So assuming that we still had strong demand coming out of Q4, and we'll see forward looking, especially as we push more or lean more heavily into the AI side of things, the H100, like I said, industry leading for so many things, machine learning, natural language processing, AI, you name it. The H100 is there, and it's part of a lot of the world's supercomputers, and it's also part of big corporations all throughout the industry that rely on such sort of hardware. Another area that they grew was auto, and you can see by comparison it is much smaller than data center. However, it has been consistently growing, and this goes into more of that self-driving and autonomous vehicle side of things. So this could be one of the reasons that Elon Musk did mention Nvidia's H100 is because of what they're trying to do by having virtual representation of the worlds in 3 dimensions and being able to use machine learning to identify different objects and road conditions. And so for auto, you can see not only has it been growing since, let me see, Q1 of 2023, we had 10.4% gain and then 59.4, and then it kind of dropped off a little after there. I think we're going to see further adoption as Nvidia becomes the industry standard for their EVs or just for autonomous driving in general, even if it's not within EVs. But EV is one of those growing spaces in autonomous driving. Trying to be the first to put out that fully autonomous vehicle is one of those big things that people are after. Tesla in the lead, and then Nvidia with other car companies. They might be distant second or even following away from there, but it is an area that we want to pay attention to. I do want to talk about what we're seeing in the options market. We're seeing a higher put to call ratio, PCR, that the options market is bearish on earnings. And when we look at the chart that we have here, you can see the inverse head and shoulders pattern, and the neckline that was right around here, around $190, was broken. They had a run up, and let's zoom in to see a little bit more. We have this rounded top as the excitement starts to trail off. We did have that golden cross all the way back here indicating a further run up, and well, it happened. We moved. And from there, we're sitting right back. We rounded off nicely, and now we're actually sitting right back at where we had prior support over here, right around that $206, $207, $208 mark. So where does the price go from here for earnings? Well, if we do get earnings that disappoint, that do not meet consensus or fall well below census, and we get poor forward guidance, I think we could give up about 6% with earnings, so dropping us down to about that 194-ish, maybe a little bit lower, maybe down to 190. We'll see where exactly that drops us. I think it's going to set us back on that neckline if we drop in their earnings. So I think it is possible that we don't see enough growth yet from some parts of where the revenue is coming in to really see that translate into their earnings and really move them positively forward. However, the guidance could surprise us. We're going to have to watch that play out. Consumer gaming is one of those areas of drag that we have, and I don't know that their 4000 series cards were purchased enough to really put back strength into their revenues that translate into serious earnings for Nvidia. Now, upward from there, we did peak out last time and then stumbled right at about the 229, 228, 230 mark. So that could be an area. As a matter of fact, there it would sit right across there. That's about 6% upside that we would see. So 6% in either direction, and it doesn't necessarily feel all that nice. That's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Taiwan Semiconductor, things didn't go great for it, and we have to look for possibly softer demand throughout 2023. Although I think Nvidia, for a longer term investment for me, Nvidia would certainly be a place where I would be willing to put my money. I would like to see it come back down from where it's at right now. Should we break through that neckline that we had in the inverse head and shoulders pattern and return back to maybe what we have here for the 50-day or even 200-day, for me, that could be a time that I would start initiating a position in Nvidia. So let me summarize. Nvidia earnings in the after hours today. Be on the lookout for those. Be on the lookout for not only how they performed in Q4, where did they have strong demand anyway? Did they turn around gaming? Did their data center, did that really surprise, especially with the deployment of the H100s? What's that going to look like to scale? And that's not only hardware, but they also have software that goes along with that as well. And they also have licensing funding that goes along with that. I do need to wrap this up. So for earnings, if I had to choose one or another, this one feels like a coin flip, but I would sooner side with the options market and say that we're going to get soft earnings and we're going to come back down in the short term. And seeing that softness in Nvidia, in the semiconductor space in the short term, could be a very good thing for us after the run up that we've had, maybe just settling a little bit and allowing it to become a little bit cheaper than it is right now. So that's where I'm putting it. And that doesn't mean that's where it's going to be. That's just where I see it going. And like I said, it's closer to a coin flip than I would like. However, 6% up or down, depending on what we get, I don't know that we'll get a very neutral result on this one. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you've enjoyed my commentary. If you'd like to hear more of it, like I said, that link for the Patreon is down in the description. Go ahead and click it, check it out. I'd absolutely love to see you over there. Also, check out those other links where you can pay yourself by signing up, making a deposit, and then that also gets me paid as well, so it's a win-win. And now for the absolutely free, absolutely easy stuff, like button, hit the subscribe button and notification bell to see anytime that my videos come out. Really appreciate you guys being here. I'm Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. We'll see you in the next video.